Good evening once again, and thank you for joining me for Stories Making Headlines. I'm Janet Aces. The Windhoek City Council has increased electricity tariffs with effect from today. The City Council also announced that plans are underway to exempt senior citizens from paying public transport fares when using municipal buses. Addressing a council meeting in the capital last night, City Mayor Elaine Trepper revealed that the council implemented a 13.1% increase on electricity tariffs with effect from today. The council is also considering exempting pensioners from paying public transport fares on municipal buses, particularly those who can provide proof of their ages. The issue of some residents collecting food from the Kupferberg dumping site will also be addressed in due course. The Education Deputy Minister, Dr. David Namwandi, says the more than $80 million given to the ministry last year was properly utilized. Namwandi says Cabinet discussed the allocation of the funds on Tuesday and requested the ministry to account for its spending so far. He says the money was prioritized for the construction of classrooms, the renovation of school buildings, and the provision of chairs and desks, among others. The Deputy Minister adds that 197 classrooms were constructed to benefit 6,895 learners, repair leaking pipes and water taps in 190 schools, while 35,015 chairs and 25,088 desks were also bought. The ministry also bought 5,925 beds and 16,113 mattresses. A male circumcision campaign, the first of its kind, is underway at Ngela State Hospital in the Hangwena region. 3 doctors, assisted by 2 medical specialists, are conducting the program, targeting about 300 school children and men of all ages in the Ngela and the surrounding health districts. Male circumcision has been adopted by the Ministry of Health and Social Services as it helps bring down the HIV infection by 60%. The circumcision program targets all males in the country and it's free. The Hangwena Regional Health Directorate is the first to start with the campaign due to the low numbers of males that are circumcised. In business news, where Diva Mayor Jason Asino says the tourism industry in the northern part of the country remains underdeveloped compared to other parts. Asino states that despite the opportunities created by events such as the trade fair, the sector is underperforming. The mayor made the observation at the Tourism Stakeholders Gala dinner organized by the Namibia Tourism Board on Tuesday. The mayor pointed out that the industry is the pride of any given economy, calling on the players to come up with innovative ideas and design a sustainable support system. Asino wants the Namibia Tourism Board, the NTB, to develop a mentorship program to promote local initiatives at grassroots level. And moving on to international news, South Africa's ruling party, the ANC, has said the disciplinary hearing of youth leader Julius Malema will continue at its headquarters despite Tuesday's clashes. Thousands of Malema's supporters protested outside the Johannesburg building, throwing stones at police who responded with stun grenades. Malema is accused of bringing the party into disrepute. He has urged his supporters gathered in the city to show restraint. In sports news, athletes and officials who will represent Namibia at the Commonwealth Youth Games next week visited President Hifikepunye Pohamba at State House today. The Games will start next week, Wednesday, in the British Isle of Man. Minister of Youth, National Service, Sport and Culture, Kadinambo led the delegation to State House this morning, and he introduced the officials that will keep an eye over the team at the Games. Namibia will be represented by 8 athletes competing in athletics, cycling, gymnastics and swimming. These are the stories that made headlines today. We wish you a pleasant weekend and good night.